The funny thing about dopamine detoxing is that if you actually manage to get rid of all the dopamine in your body, you wouldn't become a productivity monk who levitates while reading 50 books a day. You would actually just die. Or at the very least, you'd develop something that looks a lot like Parkinson's disease, where you physically cannot muster the will to move your own limbs. But if you search dopamine detox on YouTube right now, you'll see thousands of videos of guys sitting in empty white rooms, staring at walls, telling you that you need to starve your brain of pleasure so that you can finally enjoy doing your taxes. And while the idea sounds cool, like you're rebooting a frozen computer, the science is usually explained by someone who thinks dopamine is just a fancy word for fun. The reality is that dopamine isn't a toxin. You can't detox it. It's not like doing a juice cleanse where you try to flush out all the sludge from eating 12 tacos the night before. Dopamine is a neurotransmitter that your brain uses for motivation. It's the chemical that tells you, hey, that thing over there, go get it. It's the engine of desire, not just the feeling of enjoyment. So if you can't detox it, what is actually happening when you scroll TikTok for 6 hours until your eyes dry out? It's not that you have too much dopamine, it's that you've fried your receivers. Imagine your brain has a little volume knob for dopamine. When you do something normal, like eating an apple or finishing a puzzle, the volume's at a nice, comfortable 5. But when you doom scroll or play video games for 12 hours, or eat an entire bag of Doritos, the volume cranks up to 100. If you listen to music at volume 100 for long enough, eventually volume 5 is going to sound like silence. That is why normal things, like reading a book or doing homework or staring at a sunset, feel boring. It's not that those things are boring, it's that your brain has become deaf to anything that isn't screaming at you. This is called downregulation. Your brain realizes there's too much noise, so it literally removes the receptors, the little ears, so it doesn't get overwhelmed. So the goal isn't to detox dopamine. The goal is to get your hearing back. And luckily, doing that is actually pretty easy. You just have to make the noise stop long enough for your brain to put the receptors back in. Step 1 is identifying the super stimuli. These are the things that blast your brain at volume 100. For most of us, it's obviously the phone, but it could also be junk food, video games, or checking your email every 30 seconds to see if anyone has finally realized how important you are. You don't have to live like a caveman forever, but you have to pick a specific time, usually 24 to 48 hours, where you cut these specific things out completely. Step 2 is the part nobody tells you about, the boredom. When you stop the noise, it's going to be quiet, and you are going to hate it. You will feel an intense urge to just check something, anything. This is actually the most critical part. That feeling of, I am so bored I could die, is literally the feeling of your brain healing. It's your brain panicking because the volume dropped, and it's scrambling to find the knob. If you give in and check your phone, you reset the timer. But if you just sit there or go for a walk or clean your room, your brain eventually realizes, okay, I guess the concert is over, and it starts turning the sensitivity back up. Step 3 is reintroduction. This is where most people mess up. They do a detox on Sunday, feel great, and then on Monday morning, they wake up and immediately blast their brain with TikTok again. The trick is to treat your focus like a muscle that has atrophied. You start with low dopamine tasks. Read a few pages of a book, write in a journal, do the dishes. You will notice that suddenly these things actually feel satisfying again. You're hearing the music at volume 5. The truth is your brain wants to work for things. It evolved to hunt and gather and solve problems, not to have endless entertainment injected directly into its eyeballs for free. When you stop drowning it in cheap dopamine, the hard work stops feeling like a chore and starts feeling like what you were actually designed to do. It's not magic, and you don't need to go live in a monastery. You just need to turn the volume down for a bit.